African soldier. Let's say African soldier. Namdi Azikiwe, African soldier.
Fellow citizens, Sierra Leoneans at home and abroad, I greet we all today. We now the 18th day of February this year 2022. If you look at the screen, you will see these two idiots. The reckless and useless Bingo Boy Mada Bio and in Wef Grace Mugabe Fatima Bio. It's sad today when countries them that the globe where they into normalities excluded Sierra Leone where we they into normalities, excluded Sierra Leone where we they into abnormalities. Our country, its entirety, you look at Sierra Leone, we are into a serious abnormalities. Today we now the 18th of February 2022. If I've been get the opportunity for they back home in the Republic of Sierra Leone, I get access to the army today for be the best day for me, and not only for get access for day into the army, but get access also to those ammo them where they use, those ammunitions them where they use. Today for be a perfect day for me, or this week for be a perfect week for settler abnormalities in Sierra Leone. Today for be the perfect time for me. Today for be or this week for be a perfect week for me. Catch them two idiots they are, pull them to that country day, and return Sierra Leone back to normalities. It's sad when serious nations them now the globe, they celebrate the army them, for waiting where they don't do. Don't get me wrong, if me not celebrate this day today, when Armed Force Day, where they celebrate all those military officers them or military personnel them or the army force where they don't do well. Yes, at first we will they celebrate them people them, yeah. But come to think about it, with the reckless behavior of the army, with the reckless behavior or reckless statements of people where they into the executive arm of government into that country, such as Grace Mugabe and Iman, the reckless and useless Bingo Boy Mada Bio. Come to think about it today, when I say today for be the perfect day for me, for kick them to idiots they are out of governance, today for be the perfect day. By looking at the reckless statements where Grace Mugabe make today now in Facebook account, say about 300 female military personnel them, he recruits them into the army. So that one then a great achievement in his own lifetime or as first lady, and it is say plenty thank you to the army where they give the opportunity for make it able for they within that particular thing there, or for make it do that thing there as an opportunity where they give, whilst other countries them across the globe, like I say, when are serious countries them, where today they know the meaningfulness of this particular day, and they know how this day is worthful. They know what this day mean to them. This woman, Grace Mugabe, in the Ghana in page, they say this thing make him as an achievement for him, for make a recruit 300 women them into the army. Not to me say, for let you not get me wrong tomorrow. Look, it says, Fatima Bio now. It say, be the only first lady of our time to recruit 300 female personnel into our army force is an achievement I will forever cherish as one of my service to gender equality. Today, I salute you all and I am grateful to this institution for giving me the best opportunity or honor or blah, 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 blah we get for say. You know, this is a serious call for concern where some of we, these are the reasons, then when we look into, we see, I'm saying, enough fit, enough necessary for celebrate the army at this particular time in the Republic of Sierra Leone. Because the entire army, the Ministry of Defense, the MOD, or its Navy, its Air Force, any force where, any part where comprises of the army in Sierra Leone, its entirety now a mess. So there is no reasons making, like say, celebrate them into this day. I will never do it. Don't get me wrong. There are still men and women, whether they're within the right frame of their conscience, where they serve that country diligently into the army. I say bravo to them. I say respect to them, and I celebrate those individuals, those men and women in the army, where see and fit necessary say them for serve their country in a way that when they know they into any bias form, but as the oath of where they take, say then an army for guide that country, its sovereignty, for guide that country by waiting the constitution say and being part of the development of that country. I salute una and I celebrate una. But the entirety, the army as a whole, the defense, there is nothing worth to write home about this time to celebrate them. That is why I say me, if I been get the opportunity today or this week for their part of the army, trust me, these two idiots them, yeah, these two idiots, let me bring them come on the screen, let you see. Yeah, these two idiots, let me bring them for you. Okay, these two idiots, Grace Mugabe and Imam Mahdi, the reckless bingo boy, today will be the perfect day for me for kick them out of governance. You know, like where they can say the old people and kill. No, this nothing I'm not gonna do to them, or we're not gonna do anything to them, but just kick them out of governance and restore the country back to its sanity. Today or this week will be a perfect time where Sierra Leoneans then for come out celebrate for their country back. Come to think about it, 2018, when the SLPP was declared as the government, or they declared themselves and the winner by Madavio and Mfali, Rado Raman Soare, where today now the information minister, you know, there are certain things them where, like for this LSC in matter, where I decide for say, you know what, let me just keep cool and look how this trend they go and look how this thing they go. If Rado Raman Soare gets the records of people them where he knows say those people, they are not qualified for that job they did, then go around and remove them people, and then only remove them, say they remove them by say because they're not qualified, but then remove them by names, remove them people, and they also say these are people and will be the C, then go into political activity, take side of the APC, the IMAC, they say them in a dance, them in a celebrate. But Usairado Raman Swarede as the #1 person for information at that country, we don't know the case of LSC. We go tell me say he no sabi LSC. He no want to know LSC in matter. He no want to know what LSC in case. But let we just forget about that side and see the hypocrisy. So 300 army female personnel them or army personnel them female, when this woman he recruits them into the army without even he not be part of the army. He not be a commissioner when the constitution said the president gets right for appoint 2 people. Or this woman is not the head of state or head of government in that country, or there is no act as an act of parliament where give this woman the sole authority or the right for make this woman go ahead and recruit 300 female personnel. I'm not against the female personnel, but what I am against is this: the act of you, Fatima, put the woman there so into the army where you not suppose, you not get the right. God, you know, that tells that there are other people of which we don't know where this woman or the SLPP Alaki Dog Party members them, they don't put into the army. That tells you that there are thousands of people into the army who are not even qualified for them into that army. But this now a government where come sack our brothers and sisters, sack our fellow citizens back home today. Some are languishing in poverty, some are perishing in the names that these people are not qualified because of one reason or the other. So you want to tell me that these 300 women that were recruited into the Sierra Leone army and they were recruited as cadet officers. Now, so this woman recruits them, cadet officers. 300 of them, not to me say, now he say, then puts them into the army. So come to think about it, you don't go put 300 women them into the army who are not even qualified for they into that army. But una don't go put them now na the army there, say because today you na Grace Mugabe or you na the first lady, and by virtue of the constitution, you are not supposed to do so because you are not part and parcel of the army, neither any of its branch or its administrative wing. You are not part of it. Even the one where like now the principal waiting of the army, when I know the chairperson of the army, he don't even get that right for recruit army officer unless parliament make that one day as an act of parliament, then get the right for do that one day. But with other than that, he not gets that right. So who then are you, Fatima Bio, for make you go and recruit 300 female personnel them as cadet officers into the military? It's sad because I listened this morning, or I get the opportunity for View AYV, when ex-combatant or a war victim, I don't know those are military or wounded jargons, he go by the name Farmer. Samuel Weisbanguabine, interrogates this guy. In fact, the man now a person with disability. Yes, now a disabled person now. This guy blind. He blind in the cause of fighting for the Republic of Sierra Leone as an army officer. He been laying concerns of which are very legitimate concerns than we been laid today. I don't know one Lieutenant or Colonel Bangura, when at the MOD, that the Ministry of Defense, it come and counter the guy in statement say, the guy for go through the right channel, then for do things through the right channels and do this through the right channels and go and media administrative, you have to meet them. Apart of that, we don't see other cases which army officer, a female also fall victim, where they even pull her from the army. We see another case also where now Hungry Lion or whatever, Sierra Leoneans raised concern. The spokesperson for the army, Canada media, he talk about that. So what in the army get for talk about this, and nobody from the army, nobody, when I say nobody where they within the administrative wing of the army don't come out and comment against this thing or counter Fatima Bio in statement where he makes a 300 female personnel them that they put to the army. Who that give him that right for put them into the army? Who say he gets that right? And he also tell we say now the army now he give him the that opportunity. You know say he do him so on you know. He said the army give him the opportunity. Not only so. Now let's look at this. Let's look at this. What she said. He said, being the only first lady of our time to recruit 300 female personnel into our army force is an achievement I will forever cherish as one of my service to gender equality. Today I salute you all. I am grateful to this institution. Which institution? The army as an institution. She is grateful to the army as an institution for giving me the best honored blah 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 blah. That the army gave that opportunity, then create that room for him, make he go install, like when they take that useless Abbas Bundu, go put on a parliament. It's the same thing them people here they do. Come to think of it, you know how many people, this is awareness time now, Sierra Leoneans. That is why today we get people them when not even they function well under the institutions they are. The army today is a mess in the Republic of Sierra Leone. It's a failed institution. Other parts of the globe, they are celebrating their army in a very, very meaningful way, in a way that way it fits for celebrate. But waiting you go take celebrate this army today, where Fatima Bio and others, then don't take their supporters, then surrogates them. The Halaki dog party supporters them into the army. When they say they get small, fracasianda. Now the time they tell the army and the police say una go they like una go kill people them. These are the reasons why we see people of which put on the military mufti, then the guide in a state lodge, then also be army officers them come take gun, randomly shoot at ordinary or defenseless prisoners them in the Pademba Road correctional centers. A serious army, when they not go document no more, but you get that call, say you get passion and love for the army, you not go do that one day. These are the reasons why today they say for McKinney, people in the protest, you go see them take more army man them. Now then they go now the place there for go kill people them. Pademba Road now the same thing. You go now that place Tombo, now the same thing. Army officers are involved. Army officers are involved, and these officers whom are involved into all these things, they are these people when Fatima Bio and others, then they put into the army. But guess what? They say when two doxy meets, it make one nasty. And in Paddy, we don't tell we say if they dance like a prostitute. Don't get me wrong, not only say this. Now in Paddy, now in Siam, look at this woman. One time a lucky company when severe blinded. If we don't tell, we say this woman they act like a prostitute. Yeah. So when you get two dirty, they meet together, then they give you one nasty. So alaki plus alaki, na nasty, now they come out of it. And that is why today. The same alaki where they come up behind or God don't see no reasons again for stand behind this alaki woman if you are blinded. He don't go meet in company Alaki now. Now the same Alaki now, 9 or 2 day back. So when the Alaki don't overflow in them, you know, they come out and reveal them things they have to win. Sierra Leoneans, you know, it's sad for us. It's very, very sad. A noble institution like the army, left with no option by this government but for shatter them down, for derail them down, for bring them down at that country day. It's a pity. It's sorry. It's sorry for we all in that country. Now, look at it. Let me go to this. What did he say about the army? He said, look, I'm coming. Okay. I read. Now, 165 of the Constitution, it tells you about establishment of the armed force. It says there shall be, okay, the army force of Sierra Leone, which shall consist of the army, the navy, and the air force, and short other branches for which provision is made by parliament. Like other branches them now in the army, where them go on for come with. The constitution say these are provisions them or things them where parliament go say, okay, we make this branch or they don't make this branch. Parliament go formulate them, so okay, this branch or this particular side for them into the army. But it not say anything like Fatima Bio Grace Mugabe there or say the president or the first lady or the vice president. Now, let me go again to the other section because these are very sensitive things. Sorry. Now, 2. Let's look at the principal functions of the army itself. It said the principal function of the army force, it says, shall be to guard and secure the Republic of Sierra Leone and preserve the safety and territorial integrity of the states. Okay, the territorial integrity of the states. It said to participate in its development, to safeguard the people's achievements, and to protect this constitution. So, if you look at it, you go see say there is serious breach of this constitution by this woman where now the first lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone. It don't mean say that if we be the president or if we be this before he violate the constitution. A citizen or private or ordinary citizen can also violate the constitution. And when you look at this person, a person where it is to the first person, where they say the gentleman, where the constitution give him that right say, we for also get a president, but enough for limits there, if we be the guardian of this constitution. So I believe saying as somebody where for going to tell you and say, madam, look, this now your boundary, don't cross this side. Don't go this, get limitation over this. But he allow in wealth for go recruits up to 300 female personnel them into the army personnel them into the army force. He go and puts them into the army. Then when this particular 165 of this constitution, it's section or subsection 2, it said the principal function, he give you everything about this constitution. He said the principal function, 1, the army for guard and secure the Republic of Sierra Leone and preserve the safety and territorial integrity of the states, to participate in its development, to safeguard the people's achievements, and to protect this constitution. Now you tell me. So when you look at it, there is no way you can protect this constitution by you taking your people, you go put them into that army force. Can the Minister of Information, Rado Ramanswamy, come out and tell we who are these people, how they meet up the criteria for going to these cadets, how they meet up, Udana them for let them go put them into the army, how them tender the application, who side them fetch the applications, they all tell them reach into that peak in the army when today Grace Mugabe they celebrate them. Can he tell the public? Can he discuss this to the public? This is a serious public concern. That is why me I say I left with no option. Today, this day when at the 18 don't be the sweetest day for me today for take this Alaki people out of governance today in that country. This is a serious violation of the constitution. It is so serious. Let we go to the other part, let we see. Okay, 69 they tell we about the function of the Defense Council. Functions of the Defense Council. Yeah, that's, you know, in the army then they get the Defense Council, which comprises of the Navy, the Air Force, and all these things. Yeah, it said the Defense Council shall advise the president on all major matters. Okay, policies relating to the defense and strategy, including the role of the armed force, the military, budget and finance, administration, and the promotion of officers above the ranks of lieutenant and its equivalents. Simply means that the Defense Council then gets the authority of the right to advise the president. You know, say that they advise the First Lady. You know, say that they advise the Minister of Defense. He said that they advise the president. The functions no measure anything like the First Lady. It don't measure anything like the First Lady. So if they get for advice, okay, we need these people them into the army, we need this on our so we forgo budget, now this for give, now the president then put, they not say the First Lady. These are just things them where are they bring for we let we see say Fatima Bio in name no they nothing. It don't happen first that the Sierra Leoneans them just look it, then let it go like that. Say we see Fatima Bio grab, it go and commission officers them where enough will be so one day supposed be in that country, and that was a very unprecedented issue we will ever get into that country. Let we go again to another sensitive part of this constitution and see. Yeah, now 67, I so sorry we are not the taken by waiting. 67 again, they tell we about it says the waiting appointments in the armed force. That the people them waiting they into the armed force where like let's say now then they mandate the day-to-day affairs of the armed force. Now then are the paramount officers them we concern the chief, the chairperson them we concern into that particular army. Now 167 say, una listen now if Fatima Bio name Dede. He say, there shall be established a defense council which shall consist of that. So that's 169 now. It tell we say we forget this one 167 until we forget defense council. It don't show you the functions then of the defense council. Now I repeat, come with we back BN say 167 say it say one we forget a defense council. Now it has objectives. Yeah, the objectives then we get a they tell we say the president who shall be the chairman or we go say the chairperson and the head for the army yonder. You know say the vice president oh nine for be the head oh. You know say the first lady for be the head oh. for make we see first lady 300 woman they go put them to army. They can't tell we say that one day na gender equality. No, that one day na a serious violations of we constitution. We go again to B. The B tell we say the vice president. It tell we say the minister responsible for defense. Let we go again to the other side and let we see tell who side is stop where you know even relates to the first lady. Okay, D. The D again until the C tell we, the A tell we about the president, we are the chairperson. The B tell we about the vice president, we are the deputy or waiting the second. It tell we again about the minister of defense. Then I tell we again say the chief of defense staff. Okay, we are the D. It tell we again say E. It say the commander of the armed force, the army, the navy, and the air force, and their deputies, that the one them where they deputize this particular position, that's in the army, the commander in this, the commander in that, those deputy there. You know, measure anything like Fatima Bio say, the first lady. Then he come again, he tell we say the minister of internal affairs, na F. Then C again where he tell we say 2 other person as the president shall from time to time appoint. Now, there we all Mother Bio and we all the army on this. For Fatima Bio, this in particular thing. It said the president go appoint 2 person from time to time where he go to appoint. As soon as he don't appoint them 2 people, then they subscribe to oath of office. Famulem Duya. Who say una ye read and call Fatima Bio in name? And this particular thing in the constitution, when Fatima Bio can tell, we say in go recruit 300 female personnel them into the army. This is absolute madness. The army don't allow itself to be washed or to be used and mess in that country. It's a serious mess. The army is a mess today in Sierra Leone. Nobody not come out and say this thing where the first lady don't talk in the army, we therefore look into it, we go investigate, we go this about that. It's a mess. It's a mess. Sierra Leone today, it's a mess. That is why me, I know they celebrate them kind of things they are in Sierra Leone today as far as me life concerned and that country concerned. Because I know say the army, there is nothing to write home about today about the army in that country, because the army don't allow itself or as an institution to be useless, to be failed, to be nasty by this SLPP government. So there is nothing to write home about in Sierra Leone. If me today I been get access now the army, I get access now that country day to weapons, you understand? I they take this SLPP government out of power today. I for do them or this week. I for do them. Trust me. I they do them with no regrets for take them idiots they are out of that country. Because you know when you look at it, it's a disgrace. This woman don't act from one side to another. In one grain don't act as foreign affairs minister. He don't mess up. Now so we see him he go again our Arab country. He left his sleeve all nado. He dey go give documents to business people or foreign people we're not even concerned him. The same thing again he can't do again into we army commission officers them which you not supposed to do. Now he tell we say 300 female personnel them. When people talk now say, oh, this person in not like gender equality. This person in order to support gender equality. Now the same thing when they talk say promote women. That is not the way how you promote women. You cannot promote women in corruptive activities. You cannot promote women in corruptive deeds. You cannot promote women in a nasty deed. You cannot promote women in a useless way. Then you say you deprive other people, you say you promote. When you want to promote women, let it be a promotion for all. Let it be something for the general good of the country. But you cannot use your party supporters. You cannot use your surrogate in the SLPP. You cannot use your useless people. You go put them into the army, then you come and tell we say you don't recruit 300 women them and plenty thank you to the army for give you that opportunity, and that one day now gender balance. That's a mess. Gender equality, it's a mess. If I been get the opportunity today, I will seriously take una out of governance. Trust me. I want to say plenty thank you to una as we disseminate this message. God bless we all, and God bless Mama Salon. Remember, say this now a new means of broadcasting message as we still continue there on testing. We will come to una after we don't finish with testing by the special grace of God. My name is Emmanuel, and I bring you this message under the courtesy of the rising sun. Let us continue for stay safe and stay blessed. God bless we all, and God bless Mama Salon. Thank you.